Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins looking to put it up right away. And his first look is incomplete. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st, Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Cousins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Saints had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
From the 44, Winston looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Now Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 40. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings us. inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the interception, Cousins toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now Cousins. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McCann for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. McCann's got it teed up. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. Open man, once again it's Thielen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when there's extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On now, Tucker McCann. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good.
That flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Able to slither by, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Play fake, Cousins. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
McCann's got it teed up. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
and Jameis intercepted a third time. Andrew Booth picks it off, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing again on second down. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dee Ford in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run it again with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Third and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins looking for Wright, and he finds him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Out is Tucker McCann now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. McCann's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there. Able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other. Hey, bravo.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Winston keeps it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Winston sneaking it. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Winston keeps it himself, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Even. Winston now. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Fourth down, Winston.
He's got Cook running the slant. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The first down throw for Winston. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Complete to Wright. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's right.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Cousins here to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't over.
And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brock Wright, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And the lead is now 24. McCann's got it teed up. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. And now here's another interception. Andrew Booth puts it off. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,
Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now it's off.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting... I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against a bro code. Headed to his home though, no we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chin in space, from then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty, did you portray the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. Now I'll blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter.